Hello, my friends. Here we are. Step number 13 of the Flipgrid Geeking PD coursework, taking a look at the extension. So if you are a Chrome browser user and you search for the Flipgrid extension, you can install it up in your dashboard. It also works on the Microsoft Edge browser. Either one of these, it works out really well. And I'm assuming you understand extensions, so I'm not going to explain that whole process. But when you install the Flipgrid extension, you're going to have it up here. Mine's in the upper right. You see I have quite a bit. And this was a good extension for your schools to consider allowing your students to have access to. So as opposed to going to flipgrid.com and then logging in, doing all that, they can have this extension where as soon as I click this little Flipgrid icon button, I can just type in the code and I'm good to go. Now, if it requires a login or a student ID, then you're going to have to do that in the next step. But this is how they can easily access the Flipgrid. Okay, so let's see what this looks like from a student or a user perspective of this. So here is the Flipgrid Geeking PD. You can see the code here is FlipGeek PD. I'm going to go to a new Chrome window. I'm going to hit this plus button. And now all I do is I would type in FlipGeek PD. This one is public, so it's just going to magically show, but if I had it with the school email or an ID, it would ask for that login in order to access it, but this one doesn't have that process. And then I can go right here, here's all the topics, and I can get to what I need to do, and I could go ahead and record and make it happen. So pretty nice in terms of if you know the code or you have it posted, just use that extension and away you go. Here's another really cool thing that is in there that you can see in the Help Center, which I have linked into the Flipgrid. If you don't want to click that, you can just use keyboard shortcuts, which is what I love. And so if you go Control-Shift-F, it automatically pops that up as well. And then I could do FlipGeek PD, bada bing, bada boom. So just an extension that could make life a little bit easier if you have it for yourself as well as for your students. As long as they know the code and they know how to access everything, it could just bypass some of that extra typing and web browsing to make that stuff work. So one more cool little feature that's been updated. I hope you found it helpful. Play around with it, and if it's useful, use it. If not, we move on to number 14.